afternoon po mga kababayan, ma'am sir. This is Jam, the Filipino channel ng inyong pong lingkod. So today is October 14, 2025 at tayo ngayon ay papunta dyan sa may Santo Lantaon Plaza, sa may Little Baguio, San Juan. At dadalhin po natin yan sa may Washington Street, sa may Midland, Green Hills, San Juan po yan. Okay, so magbabalik po tayo mamaya konti pag nakuha na po natin sila. Disclaimer naman po, ang content po natin ay kalsada at hindi ang passenger. Kaya nga naman, sakali man po na may marinig kayo mga pangalan ng lugar, pangalan ng tao, pangalan ng organizations, government or private man yan, ay wala pong kinalaman ang channel na ito at wala pong pinapatungkulan. Lahat po ng pinag-uusapan dito ay pawang dito lamang po yan sa loob at wala pong pinapatungkulan sa labas. So magbabalik po tayo mamayang konti pag nakuha na po natin sila. Ayan, so makinig tayo ng mga nagbabagang balita at mga talakayan habang tayo ay papunta doon sa ating pick-up area.
Tayo nagagabay directly sa mga anak natin. Malaking responsibilidad actually yung the family sa pinaka-welfare natin even way into the future. And then alam din natin siyang yung mga natin, baggages natin, mga traumas natin. But hindi tayo aware. Kadalasan kasi at the end of the day, nobody knows how to raise people, nobody knows how to raise children. At yung kadalasan ginagawa natin, yung natin, lang ang ginagaya natin sa mga children natin. And it's passed down from generation to generation. The problem is lang kung hindi tayo aware sa mga trauma natin, we end up passing it on to the next generation. So example, kaya natutuloy yun. Yes, without being aware. So example, ang pattern ng family ay laging nag-aaway si sister and sigawan at yun ang nakikita ng mga anak nila. They're not realizing na this is part of yung trauma pala, but consciously, if yung isa nila, consciously, kasi we tend to go for what is familiar is. We go for someone, in the end, we have a relationship na lagi tayo nag-aaway kasi yun yung halimbawa pinakita ng parents natin. Yun yung inakala natin normal kasi. Yes. So, may nakikita tayo sa TV, pero sa atin, what is familiar is yung laging nag-aaway yung mag-asawa. And a lot of times it's subconscious. Kaya it's very important na self-aware tayo sa mga bagay-bagay na to. May isa pang tanong dito, no? I have a friend na merong bipolar disorder. Nag-request siya to adopt a cat. Is this recommended sa isang bipolar to have a pet? No. Screen sa no? You know what? I would think in general as long as we manage our psychiatric symptoms, you are capable to do whatever you want. Pero, importante nga na we have to manage yung symptoms natin. We have to take responsibility for them. So, bipolar disorder, yung advantage niya, quote-unquote, is, compared to other psychiatric conditions, we do notice we are more functional. Lalo na when we control yung symptoms natin. Importante na ang patient ay very aware sa symptoms niya. Alam niya may insight na kailangan uminom ng gamot or nag-manifest ng certain symptoms. So ito, to be watchful kung ang friend natin ay manic, and then sinasabi niya, sinasagap niya. And then ang ina-adapt niya na lahat ng pusa nakikita niya sa kalsada. So we know that symptoms will raise. Pero halimbawa nakikita nga natin, stable yung friend natin, taking responsibility sa condition niya, taking medications, very self-aware. And siya ay aware sa responsibility to take care of the living thing, which is a pet. Tapos, or then alam niya na, halimbawa, symptomatic ako, I know yung strategy ko na I can send my pet sa some friends while I am recuperating. So, definitely, yes, anyone with mga conditions such as this can be, ano naman, can be for parents din naman.
Sabi ni Ramona, controllable but not curable. Forever na siyang ganon. Hindi pwede humito sa treatment. Sabi ni Ligayang Sintan, uncontrollable ba ang pag-iisip ng may bipolar? At kung pareho daw ito, Doc Luz, sa split personality.
Okay, okay. Split personality is something totally different.
Iba pa rin
So,
yun, ha?
yes, totally
Ayan.
different. When we talk about split personality, ang pinag-uusapan natin, dissociative identity disorder. This is because of what the person went through and usually, very early age, very traumatizing. My cat is here again. Very traumatizing yung mga pinagdaanan niya na, ang coping mechanism niya ay, parang these, yung parang part of him or herself ay parang nagpro-protect sa kanya eh. Hindi niya namamalayan, lumalabas yung mga alters niya or those splits. So we call them alters din. Kadalasan nga, nalalaman because other people would observe, pero yung patient mismo, hindi niya namamalayan. Usually with cases like this, so like I pointed out, a lot has to do with our past. Admittedly, I haven't seen a case of dissociative identity disorder. And also admittedly, I wouldn't want to see a case kasi I could only imagine the trauma that this person went through. Kaya ito yung coping mechanism niya. And it's very, very painful to hear mga stories like this. I think the other question is whether treatable yung bipolar.
Parang inagot mo na yun kanina eh.
I would like to point out there are cases na as time goes by, hindi na kailangan ng medication. There are some. Pero,
tanong ni Ligaya is uncontrollable ba ang pag-iisip niya?
Okay. Generally, kasi baka yung tinutukoy niya parang, linya eh. They are controllable with medication. Pero the feeling is years and years to come. Kasi like I pointed out, it was a point na ito yung upbringing natin, plus may genetic factors tayo, and admittedly, it's very challenging when we're in the eye of the storm. So, I tend to explain to my patients na, if you can imagine you're at the middle of a tornado, so, yung lahat nakikita mo are symptoms kasi yun na, that's all the wind and all the chaos.
Yeah.
Pero, with management, parang unti-unti we're pulling the patient out from the tornado para unti-unti ma-identify na, I was inside the tornado, ito pala yung symptoms ko. So, it takes a very long time for us to realize and to fully understand yung mga symptoms natin, yung mga triggers natin, and then yung mga coping mechanisms din natin.
Tanong ni Estrella Garcia, stressful ba sila?
Stressful?
Oo, yung may mga bipolar disorder daw.
Okay, iba kasi yung presentation ng bipolar. So, there are extreme cases na we warrant confinement. There are cases na very stable naman sila, very insightful sa kanilang condition, regular yung pagpa-follow up nila, and very, compliant sa mga recommendations ng treatment. So, it's different. It's different from person to person. Pero I would say every person naman has every chance naman to be productive in life, whether or not may mga physical or mental
Yan,
conditions.
dito na tayo.
Yes.
Pag ang isang pasyente ay nakaranas ng full mania, not necessarily nakaranas na ng depressive symptoms. But bipolar 2 is ang patient ay nakaranas ng full depression, pero nakaranas din siya ng something called milder mania that is called hypomania. So sometimes din yung bipolar 2, yung parang the milder type of bipolar disorder. I guess I I would be really, really, really watchful. Kasi magaling tayo quote-unquote, ng TikTok. And kadalasan, di ba, pag tahimik lang naman yung patient, akala natin everything is okay. Kadalasan, di ba, pag depressed tayo, mas tumatahimik tayo. So, I would still, be watchful na pwede mag-swing pa rin yung mga mood symptoms pa rin natin. Hopefully, kaya na, kasi there are cases na nakakatulong ang psychotherapy din. Kaya maybe employ na siyang technique na tinutulungan yung sarili niya. So, hindi naman lagi na kailangan ito na psychologist like Doc Chan or may iniinom na gamot. Pero, the psychologist will be teaching yung patients natin techniques na para at time goes, so as time goes by, alam naman natin, part ng life ay yung mga stress, diba? Mga challenges natin. With that self-awareness and with those techniques, mas yung prepared tayo to handle these challenges.
Si K-Drama Princess, sabi niya, what if the person was advised to seek professional help already, but unfortunately, she won't listen. She won't admit that she needs professional help. Ito yung isang nakakatakot dahil sa may stigma. Karamihan sa atin ay nahihiya na aminin or natatakot na we are going through this kind of challenge.
Yeah. Kung halimbawa we are dealing with bipolar affective disorder, halimbawa the patient is overtly psychotic. Yung talagang hindi mo makakausap. There are, based on the Mental Health Act, may mga tao in sa life ng patient natin na pwede mag-proxy legally. So, the first line is yung spouse. The second is yung kung may adult children. And then, the next in line would be yung mga parents. So, may distinction yan sa sino ang pwede mag-proxy sa patient natin in case hindi siya makadecide para sa sarili niya. Pero, when it comes to seeking professional help in general with a mental health professional help, we really, really need the cooperation of the patient. So, particular tayo sa consent ng patient natin. Kasi we would like to uphold yung mga karapatan niya, and at the same time, treatment is more effective pag we have the cooperation ng patient natin. So, what can we do kung ayaw na ayaw talaga magpakonsulta ng psychiatrist? We would like to understand ano yung konsepto ba ng friend natin tungkol sa psychiatry or sa psychology or mental health in general. And then, kasi, may pagka-sinisigawan natin sa nakasigaw tayo.
You have to win her heart.
Yes.
Yes,
we have to build trust. We have to set an example. We have to allow them to feel safe. We have to show them with full support that, what is it lying out? If it's not for you, it's another one. So, malaking bagay din when we're looking for mental health professionals. Very complex yung, human brain. Yan, malaking bagay din yung fit. So, it's nothing to do, and honestly, it means nothing to do with the patient or the therapist. It's like, it could be as simple as, example lamang na, example, I see a patient and for some reason, I remind the patient of yung strict teacher niya ng grade school. So, it's nobody's fault naman, pero those little things can hinder treatment then. It's also a matter of finding the right fit sa ating mga patients.
Marami rin akong alam ngayon na kaso, Dr. Khan, na mga twins, yung mga twin-ager, yung mga nasa 13, 14, 15, 16, na nahihirapan ng mga magulang makipag-usap sa kanila. Tapos pag dinala sa psychiatrist, ayaw din mag-open up, ayaw din magsalita. So, ang hirap din talaga, no?
Yeah. the other thing that I would also explore, ano yung concept nila when it comes to seeing a psychiatrist. Actually, that Abby, that I don't like wearing a coat.
Para hindi sila na-intimidate, no? Para makuha mo agad yung trust nila.
Yeah, and then, it's approach ko, it's like, just like you and me, ask me anything. I'll
Yeah.
say that's the answer. Diba, para,
You'll be their friend. Kung hindi mo ba
Yes.
naman na yan, lokal, hindi sila makipag-usap sa'yo. Dami nga namin natutunan. Ako may tanong pa si K-Drama. Is it advisable daw for someone with bipolar disorder to live alone? What if the person often harms the people she lives with?
Langka.
Magandang concern niya.
again, it depends on the case of the person, ha. So, in general, I would say, there are bipolar people
pwede.
who are professionals, who are
Sige po.
government employees, or leaders, who are award-winning actors and actresses. Like, yeah, they are very capable of
Ayan, so
doing
na-drop na natin sila. So maraming salamat po
take responsibility.
sa panonood. Hanggang sa muli, ingat po at God bless. Paalam po muna. Pansamantala at tayo ay gagawa na ng ibang video sa ating susunod na mission. Paalam po muna. Pansamantala po. This is John pa rin, the Filipino channel ang inyong pong likod. Paalam.
Some of the people of